Victoria's blossoms are the envy of the country at this time of year, but they are buried under snow tonight. The winter revival took all of about 3 hours early this morning to take hold. And don't shelve your shovel just yet. The dump of snow is not quite over. There's as much as 30 centimeters on the ground in some places and as much as 20 more coming for the capital region and east coast of Vancouver Island. If you tried to get to work this morning or just about anywhere, it wasn't easy. We begin on the road, and A News reporter Andrew Johnson.
You won't be able to hail this taxicab tonight after it plunged off the Pat Bay Highway down a steep bank and came to a stop meters from icy Elk Lake thanks to a tree.
Speaking to the witnesses who were a couple fares on the taxicab, the driver was traveling too fast for road conditions, lost control.
The driver and two passengers escaped with minor injuries, but the driver will likely not escape a stiff fine. People were stuck spinning their wheels on Capital Region roads, a winter wonderland it wasn't. Abandoned vehicles littered roadways, with some drivers lucky to have plowed into softer obstacles than others. Police had their hands full cleaning it all up.
The vehicle behind me, that accident occurred about 2.5 hours ago, and we're just getting a tow truck to the scene to clear that away. So we've been extremely busy.
Buses running on more than 24 transit routes were either delayed or cancelled, and there were so many people holed up at home checking the BC Transit website, it crashed. So Transit turned to Twitter.
Actually, that's been a very useful tool for us. Having people retweet some of our messages out has gotten the word out to our customers.
But despite a messy day on the roadway, Capital Region road crews insist they were not caught off guard.
We started to lay down brine yesterday. And we brought in crews to start putting brine down at about 3 in the morning, and then started bringing the crews to start plowing and salting around 5:30 this morning.
Troy Hubin got the call to head into work about 3:30. He'll be working a 14-hour shift. He's driving alongside his partner Jimmy, who's in the truck in front. At one point, they get out to help get a stranded driver off the road and anticipate the night ahead on Victoria's streets may be dicey. The major concern for road crews and police tonight is what's going to happen to all of this slush and muck once the temperature begins to dip as we head later into the evening. Police are hoping drivers will stay away from what could become a skating rink.
Stay at home and let the road crews get out and do the job that they need to do.
And a job they will likely continue to be doing well into tomorrow.
Andrew Johnson joins us now live with more. Andrew, what do the road crews have to say about some complaints that their streets specifically weren't plowed, or that the city doesn't really know what to do when it snows like this?
Well, Victoria Public Works says basically it can't get to everyone. They clear the emergency roads first, followed by main arteries, then areas like bridge decks, hills, access to fire and police stations. And also, as we showed you in the story, staff are working overtime right now to essentially be on the roads around the clock. But perhaps it comes down to the fact that there are so few snow events in this part of the world every year, it may not make a lot of sense to invest in a whole giant fleet of snow removal equipment that'll barely be used. It wouldn't make much sense financially anyway. Incidentally, the Ministry of Transportation has sent out an alert to motorists on Vancouver Island to be prepared for winter conditions tonight. And as we showed you in this story, it's expected to get very slippery in the capital region. So certainly we hope everyone can try and stay home tonight and not be out on the road unless they absolutely have to.
Stay in if you can. Good advice, Andrew. Thank you.
You're welcome.